Okay, let me explain about compound interest. For example, money has time value that is a ringgit today is worth more than a ringgit tomorrow. 1. Compound interest is a method of interest calculation. Second, compound interest is a method of interest calculation where interest is calculated on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods. Third, the adjusted principal or principal plus interest become the principal for the next calculation of interest. For the last one is compound interest is sometimes described as earning interest on interest.
So, there is 6 important terms in compound interest. For the first term is a P, original principal. K, nominal interest rate. Third, M, frequency of conversion. T, term of investment or loan. I, periodic interest rate. And the lastly is the total number of interest is a N.
Frequency of conversion M. Compounded annually, M equals to 1. Compounded semi-annually, M equals to 2. Compounded quarterly, M equals to 4. Compounded monthly, M equals to 4. Compounded every 2 months, M equals to 6. And compounded every 4 months, M equals to 3.
For the chapter 1, we also know we can use formula which is for the future value or compound amount or accumulated value. We can use formula S equal to P in bracket 1 plus I the power of N. Then I stand for amount of interest. The formula is I equal to S minus P. Last but not least, P stands for principal or present value. So, formula we can use which is P equal to S over in bracket 1 plus I to the power of N. Question 1. Dr. Fahani invested in Bank XX and Bank YY concurrently for a duration of 10 years with an interest rate of 8.25% compounded annually for Bank XX and 7.50% compounded annually for Bank YY. She collected interest of 14,592 ringgit and 40 cents from Bank XX and 22,252 ringgit and 20 cents from Bank YY at the end of her initial 5 years of investment. A. Calculate her total initial amount of investment. I will explain how to calculate the total initial amount of investment using the compound interest formula. First, we are given the interest rate K is 8.25%. Interest is compounded once a year, so M equal to 1. The investment period T is 5 years. The total interest earned is 14,592 592 ringgit and 40 cents. We are asked to find the initial investment amount, which is represented by P. Next, we use the formula for compound interest as equal to P in bracket 1 plus K over M to the power of MT. But first, we know that S equal to P plus I, so substituting the interest value as equal to P plus 14,592 ringgit and 40 cents. Now we substitute into the compound interest formula P plus 14,592 ringgit and 40 cents equal to P in bracket 1 plus 0.0825 over 1 and to the power of 1 in bracket 5. After calculating, we get P equal 30 and 1 cent. Calculation: the total initial amount of investment is 30,000 ringgit and 1 cent. In the bank YY, we use the same calculation method, which is S equal to P plus 22,252 ringgit and 20 cents. Second, use formula P plus 22,252 ringgit and 20 cents equal to P in bracket 1 plus 0.0750 over 2 to the power of 2 in bracket is 5. The total we get is 50,000 ringgit. Third, initial amount 30,000 ringgit and 1 cent minus 50,000 ringgit equal to 80,000 ringgit and 1 cent.
For the B question is, after 60 months, the interest rate changed to 9% compounded every 6 months for bank XX and 8% compounded quarterly for bank YY. Calculate the accumulated value of her total investment after another 5 years. The first step is we should find the accumulated value for bank XX. P equals to 44,592 ringgit 41 cent. K value is 9%, M value is 2, T value is 5 years. So for the answer of bank XX is S equals to 69,250 ringgit and 65 cent. For the bank YY, P equals to 72,252 ringgit and 20 cent. K value is 8%, M value is 4, T value is 5. So for the answer for bank YY is S equals to 1,007 and 362 ringgit and 98 cent. For the Roman 2, find the interest earned from both bank for the 10 years of investment. Bank XX is S is equals to 69,250 ringgit and 65 cent minus 3,000 ringgit 1 cent. So the answer is I equals to 39,250 ringgit and 64 cent. For the bank YY is interest earned is 57,362 ringgit and 97 cent. So For the next is annuity. What is annuity? Annuity refers to periodic payment or deposit made to a compound interest account where payment for each period is the same. At the end, the rate of interest does not change throughout the entire term. This chapter only deals with ordinary annuity certain. For example, insurance policy premium, installment payment, loan repayment, annual dividends received, and another else.
Formula: future value of annuity as future value of an annuity is the sum of all the future value of the periodic payments. It is the final value at the end of the term of annuity. It is also called as the amount of annuity, the maturity of the annuity at the end of the term, the accumulated value. For future value, we need to use in formula S equals to R in bracket 1 plus I, the power of n minus 1 divided by I. For interest earned, we need to use in formula I equals to S minus R multiplied by n.
Chapter 2. Present value of annuity. Present value of annuity is the sum of all the present value of the periodic payment, also known as the discounted value of annuity, original value of loan. So in the chapter 2, we need to know the formula that can use, which is A equals to R in bracket 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of n over I, and don't forget about interest paid. That formula we can use is I equals to Rn minus A.
Question 2. A. Mr. Wong buy a washing machine from an electrical shop by paying in monthly installment. He needs to pay 200 every month for 3 years. The electrical shop charged him 10% interest, compounded monthly. First question is calculate the cash price of the washing machine. Step 1, you need to determine the item. R equals to Rm200, T equals to 3 years, M equals to 12 because of compounded monthly. K equals to 10%, and how to get the 0.1? You need to calculate the 10 divided by 100 and you will get the answer. N equals to M multiplied by T equals to 12 multiplied by 3. I equals to 0.1 divided by 12. In this question, you need to use in formula A. A equals to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I minus power of n divided by I. And enter the item into the formula. A equals to 200 in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 0.1 divided by 12 power minus power of n, 12 divided multiplied by 3 divided by 0.1 divided by 12, and you will get the answer, and the answer is Rm 6,198.25%. For question 2, calculate the total interest charge. For total interest charge, we need to use the formula of I equals to R multiplied by N minus A, and determine the item into the formula. In bracket 200 multiplied by 36 minus 6,198.25, and answer is Rm 1,001.25. Question 3. Just after paying for the 20 installment, Mr. Wong decided to settle the outstanding balance of the loan. How much does he need to pay to fully settle it? And we need to use formula of A. A equals to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I minus power of n divided by I, and the item is R equals to 200, I equals to 0.1 divided by 12, n equals to 60, and enter the item into the formula. A equals to 200 in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 0.1 divided by 12 divided by 0.1 divided by 12, and the answer is Rm 2,984.23 cents.
So, for the B question, a healthcare company estimates that after 5 years, they would need to replace the computer system with a new one that costs 100,000 ringgit. To save up for the money, the computer company makes investment at the end of each month into an account that pays an interest of 6.4% compounded monthly. Calculate the value of each monthly investment. S equals to R in bracket 1 plus I power of n minus 1 over I. That is for the formula of question B. For the S value is 100,000 ringgit. For the R value, we should find it in this question. For the K value is 6.4. For the T value is 5 years. For the M value is 12. For the I value K, for the I value 0.064 divided by 12. And for the N value is 12 multiplied by 5. For B answer is R equals to 1,418 ringgit 60 cents. So, for the last question is C. Maria took a housing loan from a bank which charged her 3.5% interest, compounded monthly. The loan is to be repaid over 30 years through monthly installment of 1,450 ringgit. If Maria failed to make the first 5 monthly payment, how much she should pay on the 6th payment including the area? So, for this question, we use the S formula, which is S equals to R in bracket 1 plus I power of n minus 1 over I. For this question, we should find the S value. So, for the R value is 1,450 ringgit. For the I value is 0.035 over 12. For the K value is 3.5%. For the M value is 12. For the N is 5 plus 1 because she failed to make the first 5-month payment. So, she paid on the 6th payment including the area. So, that's why it's 5 plus 1. So, it's a 6 for the value of N. For the answer of C is S equals to 8,763 ringgit and 68 cents.